Sabonis, another young player who has been around the NBA for a while. Started with the Thunder, sent to Indiana, and now he's headed to Sacramento. This trade was a little head scratcher to me because are the Kings ready to compete? Because I feel like you only deal Sabonis to a team that's ready, right? A team that has a missing piece that needs a guy like him. Why is Sabonis a Sacramento King?
Feel bad for him. I don't think, like, when people break down this trade, everybody jumps the gun and says, like, oh, this was such a dumb trade by the Kings. I never thought this, never, ever scratched my mind. The only person that I thought this was bad for was Domantas Sabonis. Because when we bring up the word underrated, I feel like it's used a lot with everybody. This guy embodies the word underrated. He's the most underrated player in the entire NBA. It's not even an argument. He is an all-star, 19 points per game, 12 rebounds per game. Search up his contract right now for those of you that don't know. He has the best contract for the play that you get out of him in the entire NBA, and he's 25 years old. If you break down the Western Conference right now, if you look at the all-star starting lineup where you have Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Andrew Wiggins, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic, you move LeBron to the small forward, and guess who's the power forward starting in the all-star team right now for the Western Conference if he was already traded to Sacramento Kings? It's Domantas Sabonis. This is an all-star caliber player under a beautiful, I kid you not, look it up, beautiful contract for the next couple years. 25 years old, has been good everywhere that he's gone, and now he's easily the best player that De'Aaron Fox has ever had to play with in his 4 years with the Sacramento Kings. Now you look at it from the Pacers' perspective as well, because people are saying, oh, they stole Tyrese Halliburton. What a steal. Don't get me wrong. Tyrese Halliburton's a terrific player, but he's only a second-year player. Sabonis is proven. You know what you're getting in him. 20 and 12. You're getting 20 and 12, an all-star, terrific contract. That's an all-star that can go along with a De'Aaron Fox and fit rather nicely, and maybe even play in a system next to a Rashawn Holmes, which is a terrific, not only defensive, but rebounding unit now for the Sacramento Kings in the front court. And then you look at the backcourt now, and now that allows you, with the trade of Tyrese Halliburton, although I don't think they should have moved him, they did it anyway, it allows Davion Mitchell and that pick to get up into the starting lineup to play with De'Aaron Fox and see what you have there. Now with the Pacers, again, they get a nice score piece, off-ball player, terrific shooter, great all-around player. I know a lot of Knicks fans were sad that they didn't draft him and instead they drafted Obi Toppin. Give it a chance, Knicks fans. But yeah. Tyrese Halliburton, that's a nice piece for the Pacers. The only reason why I don't like it for the Pacers is because of the amount of guard depth that they have on that team. Like, it makes no sense unless you're planning on getting rid of everybody. Like, I'm talking, you got to get rid of the Malcolm Brogdon contract. You got to get rid of TJ McConnell. You got to, well, you know, are you planning on pairing up Chris Duarte with a Tyrese Halliburton as a backcourt of the future? You know, that's decisions that they'll have to make. I just don't like it because I don't know what the Pacers are right now. And I don't like it because I'm a big Sabonis fan. And I know that as much as we like to talk about the tandem that could be, is there's still Sacramento. You know, it's a team, Tom, like you alluded to, you only make this trade if you're competing. This is a team that's not even, you know, barely competing for a play-in spot, let alone a NBA title. So that's where I don't like it. I don't think it hurts either side. But I think when you break it down, this is how I break down trades. Who got the best proven player? And that was the Sacramento Kings. And so that's why I think that they won it, and that's why I like it for them more so than I do like it for the Pacers.
Yeah, Sean, do you like Sabonis? Are you a Sabonis guy?
I am, but he couldn't have gone to a worse team. I mean, just like Kyle said, I mean, it's
terrible, man.
I know, and honestly, you know, and you brought up good points, Kyle, but honestly, Tyrese Halliburton, I'm very high on this guy. And I don't think, even for Sabonis, because I just don't think the Kings are at that level to compete for even a play-in spot, even with Sabonis. I just think, you know, if you were the Kings, I think you should have traded Fox. You know, let Fox leave. I think it's known that maybe he's kind of wanting out. You know, Buddy Hield's been wanting out of Sacramento. Marvin Bagley's been wanting out. I mean, these are guys that they have had for a few years, young guys that has hated the culture of Sacramento. I think they could have rebuilt that with Tyrese Halliburton. He's going to be a future all-star in the future. I really do. This is a guy that's shooting 41% on 5 attempts for 2 years straight, averaging 14 points a game. And I know that's not crazy. We've seen better, but he has shown a lot of potential. And I think him and Brogdon, I don't even think you have to get rid of Brogdon. You could probably go 3 guards in the starting lineup. Brogdon, Halliburton, and Dorte, or you could just have one of them come off the bench. I think that's great guard play. You still got Turner. Not too sure if he's a free agent next year or not. I'm not too sure. I don't know how his contract's detailed. I don't know if they still going to want to move him because I know he's a guy they wanted to move. They've been wanting to move Turner for the last 3 years now. They still haven't. So I think Tyrese Halliburton is a guy that Rick Carlisle is going to love to build around for the future. I think he's going to be a true star to build around, and I just don't think the Kings should have gave that up for him, knowing that you're fighting the inedible that you're probably going to trade Fox soon. I'm just saying, Fox is going to want out soon. You're going to end up trading him. I think you should have just went ahead and ripped the Band-Aid and do it. Build around Halliburton. I think he's that good. And you like you said, Kyle, they drafted Mitchell. You could have afford to move on from Fox because you had a guard that you drafted this year as a rookie that also has good potential. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's the Kings. It's just, the Kings. It's weird. I think they have one of the best names in the NBA. The Kings. I think it's a cool name, and I like their colors. Like their jerseys are all right. They're basic, but
Sean, is that all they got going for them?
Sean,
is that all they got going for them?
That's it.
That's bad when that's the only thing they got going for.